hope you're all okay and welcome back to my channel. So just before I get started, if you feel like I'm not my usual self today, then I'm not. I feel so run down. It's just so typical. Like January comes around, you're like raring to get back and stuck into work, and I woke up yesterday morning. I originally thought that I'd got the flu or like first symptoms of the flu because I was so bunged up and I just felt so weak and energyless and stuff. I'm still very nasally and sniffly today. I don't know, I've not got like a full-on cold, but at the same time I just feel so drained and so lethargic and I don't feel my usual self. So yeah, if I'm not my usual self, then that's why. But I couldn't just sit around and not do anything, like I need to work. So yeah, I wanted to get this video filmed for you guys. So anyway, so today's video I really wanted to film a sort of reflecting on 2017 and my goals, aims, like resolution sort of thing for 2018. I just feel like it'd be really nice to recap. You know, if you're new here, you can learn a bit more about me and what went on in 2017. And even if you're not new here, I feel like there's a lot of things that I haven't spoke about in 2017. So yeah, I'm gonna jump straight on in. So 2017, wow, what a year. I feel like 2017 was such a roller coaster year for me personally. I feel like there was ups and downs, but particularly in 2017, I feel like there was a lot of like very rocky and down moments personally for me. I feel although 2017 was a very sort of learning curve year for me, I feel like it's taught me a lot about my own personal development. I feel like a lot did go on, you know, a lot of big life decisions went on in 2017. So going right back and starting from January last year, January was a very, very tough and difficult time for me because I actually lost my grandma. So that was my dad's mum. I still have my grandma and granddad left on my mum's side, but my dad's side, my granddad passed away quite a few years ago now, and my grandma obviously unfortunately died in January last year. So that was a very, very difficult and tough time for us as a family. Obviously we sort of knew that it was coming with my grandma. She was unfortunately just getting old and frail. She'd gone into a nursing home and yeah, she was ready to go, bless her. She always used to say, I'm ready to go now, like I'm ready, I've had my life and stuff. So yeah, it was sort of, we knew it was coming, but at the same time it's still obviously always very, very sad when it does happen, because although someone's old and you know that they're not going to last forever and you know they're going to die, when they do go, it's still very heartbreaking. February, I actually ticked a place off my bucket list, which was Venice. I absolutely loved Venice. I really enjoyed going to Venice. I booked it for myself and my ex-boyfriend's, well, his Christmas present. Obviously it was something I wanted to tick off my bucket list, but obviously it was something I knew he wanted to tick off his bucket list too. So yeah, I booked that for him last Christmas and we went there in February. Loved Venice. Definitely recommend it if anyone wants to go there and hasn't been there. I'd say that you wouldn't really need any more than 2 to 3 days there, just for it being a city, and you know, once you've seen the main things, there's not really a lot else to do. But in general, when it comes to any city break, I just think a long weekend is enough. Like once you've had a long weekend there, that's enough just to see all the sights and just do the things that you want to do. As we got into March, as you guys will know, I lost my job. I got fired. If you didn't see that video, I actually made a story time on it. Yeah, so I'm not going to speak a whole lot about that, but basically to cut it short, I was looking for a new job. I wasn't happy in my job at the time because of various reasons at that place, and yeah, I sort of made it clear and apparent to my bosses that I wasn't happy, and they ultimately didn't like it. They didn't like that I had a voice, they didn't like that I spoke and said that I wasn't happy and I wanted changes to happen. So before I could ultimately leave, they gave me my notice. So yeah, quite a explosive month, to be honest with you. It was very drama filled and a bit of a shock. And then after March, although I was looking for new jobs in fashion, I sort of wasn't, you know, going to jump into anything so quickly. I was like, you know, the next job I go into, I want it to be the right job, because in the fashion industry, there are so many rubbishy companies to work for. So I just wanted to make sure it was the right company that I went into. So I wasn't really rushing around to jump straight back into a next job, if that made sense, because I had my YouTube earnings on the side anyway, so I was okay with the money and stuff. So as we got to April, I already had Barcelona booked for my birthday. Again, this was when I was with my ex. Again, Barcelona was a place that I always wanted to go. I'd heard so many of my friends talk about Barcelona and saying how amazing the city was. I feel like I didn't really get to see and do everything in Barcelona, to be honest with you. I feel like it's such a big place. So yeah, I feel like if I went back I would want to stay maybe at the W Hotel on the front, because I feel like we stayed a little bit far out. It wasn't too bad, like, you know, you can get buses and stuff and, you know, transport. I just feel that it'd have been a little bit more enjoyable maybe if I'd have gone in the summer where it's a little bit warmer and also a bit more like central, so like been on the W Hotel, because I feel like the W Hotel is so close to everything and it's a really nice location. So yeah, summertime would have been better, W Hotel, and yeah, but I really did enjoy Barcelona. I wasn't blown away by Barcelona, I must say. I feel like there are better places, but I did really like it and I'm glad that I went there. So yeah, that was Barcelona in April for my birthday. In May, I was like looking for jobs a bit more. I was like, you know, I really want to get back into work. You know, I was raring to get back into it. So I started looking for jobs and went for an interview at Missguided. I then got the job at Missguided in June and started working as a fashion merchandiser for Missguided in June, which I look back at and think so insane, because Missguided has always been a company that I've loved, adored, you know, shopped from. So to land a job at Missguided was just ultimate for me. Like, it was the dream. It was my dream job. I was so excited when I got that email to say I got the job. So then walking into my year, I sort of got fired and, you know, got my notice given to me in March. That was actually the best thing that could have happened to me, because one, it gave me the push to go anyway, because I was, like I said, I was looking to leave, and secondly, it brought me to working at Missguided, you know. So I feel like if I had have stayed there, would I have actually left, and would I have got the job at Missguided and had the experience that I had at Missguided? Probably not. So everything always happens for a reason, so just remember that, guys. I honestly do believe things do happen for a reason. So that was June, so I started my new job in June. As I got to July was a very difficult month for me. As you guys may have known or know, I actually ended my 7-year relationship with my boyfriend, well, now ex-boyfriend. It was sort of like a long time coming, to be honest with you. You know, things hadn't been right with us for a while. You know, I'd never ever say anything bad about my ex, because he was a very good guy, very good person. It just wasn't right ultimately. I really wasn't happy. Like, I remember being in the last 3-4 months of my relationship and I just wasn't happy. Like, I just couldn't see a future with us. You know, it was a very, very hard decision for me. Like, when you've spent 7 years with someone, to end a relationship is not an easy thing to do. At the same time, I knew it was something I needed to do, because I was so unhappy and miserable. I felt like the relationship wasn't really going anywhere. I didn't feel like he wanted commitment, which was something that I wanted. I wanted the next steps. I wanted a mortgage, I wanted a house, I wanted marriage, and ultimately babies, like, and I just don't think we was at the same place, unfortunately. And to be honest with you, there was a lot of other issues as well. It wasn't just that. Being with someone for 7 years, you'll either grow with them or you'll grow apart, and I think in many ways we had grown apart and just wanted different things. So yeah, it was a really sad time, because like I said, although I was the one that ended that relationship, it's still not an easy thing to do. Like, you think you spent 7 years of your life with that person, you know, you've made a lot of memories, you've spent a lot of time with each other, so it is a massive chunk of your life and a massive thing. So it wasn't easy by any means. I always think that people think, oh, but you ended it, like, so, you know what I mean, you've sort of got no feelings. Like, it still was very hard. Anyway, I wish him all the best, and that's pretty much that. August was a very difficult month for me and my family. We actually lost my auntie, which, like, to this day, like, speaking about it, it just still doesn't feel real. Like, when I sit and think that my auntie's not here no more, like, I still haven't got my head around it. So I'm not going to speak loads about it, but basically my auntie found out that she had a brain tumour around about a year last August, I think it was. It was an absolute massive shock to me and my entire family. Like, you just don't see it coming. You honestly don't see it coming. I think, you know, always know cancers around you. Like, obviously, for example, my mum had cancer, you know, a few years ago now. So very aware that cancer and illnesses are around you, but when it actually happens to the people closest to you, it's always just such a shock, especially when they seem so healthy on their exterior. So yeah, we found out that she had a brain tumour a year last August, and the initial diagnosis just wasn't good. We knew that it was going to be a massive fight and a battle, to say the least, but, you know, sort of as she had the chemo and stuff, it became more apparent that it was terminal. So yeah, we sort of, although we knew what inevitably was going to happen, like, nothing prepares you for that. And yeah, I don't know, there's nothing really else to say. It was just a massive shock, and it was really, really hard because my auntie was the life and soul of everything, like parties, family get-togethers. She was amazing and just an absolute legend. So yeah, God, I feel like I'm getting a bit choked up here. I'm trying not to get upset. It's so sad because like little things, when I think about my wedding, I envision my whole family there, and it's like you do forget that anything could be around the corner for anyone. Anything. Me, my brother, my mum, my dad, like I think it's these times that really make you appreciate how short life is, and not to take anyone or anything for granted, because you don't know. Unfortunately, you don't know. You don't know who's going to be here next year, who's not. And yeah, like it really has been massive, not eye-opener, because I have always appreciated my life anyway, but yeah, really hard time August was. So another big thing that I feel like happened last year was I obviously left my job at Misguided to do YouTube full time. You all know anyway. But yeah, I obviously came to the decision because I just felt that I was missing out on so many opportunities with YouTube. I was earning a substantial amount of money, more than what I was earning at Misguided. So I just thought something had to give. It was the time to do it. So yeah, that was obviously a massive, massive thing for me last year, to go self-employed and do my YouTube full time, which I feel is just such a massive achievement. Even to this day, I'm still like, when am I going to wake up and it's not actually real? Like, when am I going to wake up and actually have to go back to work? I know I do work, but it's such a different like work, obviously. So yeah, crazy, surreal, but I'm so grateful to be able to do this as a job now. So that is obviously another thing that happened last year that was obviously positive. I feel like last year was a year that I really realised who my true friends are as well. I don't have many friends at all. Like, do I have friends? Not really. I honestly don't really have a lot of friends. I have probably a couple of friends, that's it. Don't get me wrong, I know people. If I want to go on a night out desperately, there's people in my phone book that I can ring and be like, hey, can we go out, blah, blah, blah. But how many people do I really have that make effort with me, want to see me on a regular basis and stuff? Probably one, maybe two. Literally, that's maybe three, pushing it. Do you know what I mean? But like, I genuinely don't have a lot of friends, and it is something that I do find hard a lot of the time, because I'd love to have, that one best friend that I can always rely on, who's always there for me, that, just that best friendly relationship. But like I said, this year I really have realised who my true friends are, and I'm still friends with people. I've just realised that I'm not wasting my time and effort on people that don't reflect that anymore. I feel like, not to blow my own trumpet, but I'm a good friend. I will do anything for my friends. If my friends ring me up at 2 in the morning, I'm there. If my friends need me, I'm there. If they need money, I'll give it them. Like, I am a good friend, and I really don't want this to come across as I'm being like so big-headed, because I'm not. But I have a lot of morals and a lot of, I can't even think of the words, but do you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to friends, I would do anything for my friends. And I've just realised this year that that isn't the case with people that I thought maybe, and do you know what, actually not even that. I've always known that they're not really probably true friends, but I think this year's made me realise it even more. Something I definitely will be taking into this year is that I'm not going to be wasting time on people that don't deserve my time. Like, I feel like last year I wasted a lot of time on friendships that I shouldn't have, because ultimately they didn't give a shit about me. I know that's so blunt, but they don't. They only ring me when they want something. They only ring me do you know what I mean? It's just, there's always an exterior motive. They don't actually ring me because they want to see me and they want to catch up. They ring me because they need a lift. They ring me because they need to borrow money. Do you get what I mean? So I'm not wasting time on people like that, because if I'm quite honest, I can't be bothered with it. I'd rather have no friends than friends like that. I think a key moment for me last year was my breakup, and seeing who was there and who wasn't. And actually, the people that I thought would be there weren't. And I think that's when you know who your true friends are. Like, that's when you really know. So yeah, been an eye-opener. Like I said, I am always friends with everyone. I've not fell out with anyone or anything. I've just realised a lot. I also met a really good friend last year as well. So looking on the positive of things again, I actually met someone who I class as my best friend now, and I actually met her at Misguided, and she's absolutely wicked. Like, she's such a good friend. Like, do you know when you actually meet someone that just the things that you do for a friend. She's that person. Like, I remember like a few months ago I was really upset about something and I messaged her, and she doesn't even live like Leicester, she lives in Nuneaton, so she got in her car from Nuneaton and actually drove down to Leicester and we went out for food, and do you know what I mean, she was there for me, and that's the sort of friends I need and want in my life. Like, people that are there for you, not just because they want something, just because they're being a friend and they're there for you, because that's the sort of friend I am to other people. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, I'm definitely so grateful to Misguided for bringing me a really good friend, because I definitely feel like she'll definitely be one of my friends for life. And I also went IBU with her. Isn't it crazy? We literally knew each other for like 3-4 months, and maybe not even that long, I didn't even know. And then we went IBU with each other. Like, that's when you know you just click with someone and get on with someone. Like, you could have known them just literally for like a matter of months, but you already know them and you just trust them that much and you just go away with them. Yeah, strange. Anyway, okay, so now I want to talk about my goals for 2018, because I feel like this year I want things to happen. Like, it's time to really up my game with my YouTube. It's time to really get things going. I just feel like life's too short not to do what you want to do, and you've got to go out there and get it, basically. So this year, career-wise, YouTube, I definitely want to have at least 50k by the end of the year. I'm on 30, around about 30, nearly 36 I think at the moment. So to hit 50 by the end of the year would just be amazing. If I could get any more than that, like 100k, okay, maybe that's a bit optimistic, but yeah. Definitely 50 by the end of the year, if not 100. I'd love 100. I really want to get to 100. Like, that's my ultimate aim. But I'd be so grateful just to even hit 50, to be honest with you. So yeah, definitely pushing myself with my YouTube this year. Also my Instagram as well. Obviously that sort of comes in second hand with my YouTube. Really want to up my following on Instagram. It's so hard to grow organically on Instagram nowadays, I feel though. I feel like since obviously Instagram changed it to the, what's it called, the alphagram? I can't even say it. But you know what I mean? It's not in like time order no more, is it? It comes up with like, when I go on my feed on Instagram, it comes up with things from like 4 days ago. I'm like, what? I feel like it's made Instagram so hard to grow. And do you know what frustrates me more than anything? When I see girls that have had 1,000 followers in January and then 100,000 followers in March. Anyone who is in this game and is on social media will know that that is near enough impossible. Unless you've been retweeted by Kim Kardashian or something and you've got some amazing profile, then yeah, maybe. But you do not go from 1,000 to 100,000 in the space of 4 months. Even if you are getting retweets from like Huda Beauty, it still doesn't grow that much, believe me. So yeah, like, I don't know, maybe he was getting retweets by Huda Beauty or something like, I don't know, every week, then maybe. I couldn't believe it more, but these people that I know in particular haven't been, and when you look at their followers, they're all like random accounts, and it frustrates me so much because they're earning a massive amount of money. Like, I know how much they're earning, and it's crazy, and I just think, so annoying, because here's little old me and everybody else doing it properly, doing it organically and not buying followers and stuff, and we're probably earning half of them. But you know what? I'm not going to talk about that too much, because at the end of the day, I'd rather be legitimate, have a genuine following, and brands will know that when they work with me, they will get, you know, I like to think they get something out of it. If they're working with people that have brought all their following, they're not really going to get anything out of it. So that's what you have to sort of stick to and know in your head. Also for 2018, for my YouTube and career-wise, I would love to work with more brands. Last year, I got to work with some amazing brands. Pretty Little Thing, Misguided, Miss Pap, In The Style, Beauty Works, Beauty Bay. Wow. I worked with some amazing brands last year, and I'm honestly pinching myself all the time that I get to be in this position and get to work with such incredible brands. So I'm hoping to really grow that list this year, and also maybe go on a press trip. Like, that would be the ultimate dream. Like, to go on a press trip with a brand would be like absolute goals. Not to say that's going to happen, because it probably isn't, but a girl can dream. So that would be an amazing goal. Moving away from a career, another thing I definitely want to do more of this year is travelling to cities. I'm actually going to New York in, I think it's about less than 20 days now, and I'm so excited. New York is always a place that I've wanted to visit. Honestly, yeah, it's always been on my bucket list to go. So late last year, I actually just took the plunge and booked it. I was like, I'm going to New York, like, I'm going. Obviously, I'm not going to New York alone. super, super excited about New York. If you have been, by the way, let me know where to go, recommendations, restaurants, all that sort of stuff. I would love to hear some, you know, things, because I'm trying to do my itinerary at the moment. So if there's anywhere you feel that I need to go, let me know. I would really appreciate that. As well as New York, I'd love to do a few more European cities, so Rome, Florence. So they're obviously in Italy, so, you know, do a few in Italy first. I'd love to go like south of France. I've never been south of France, and I've heard it's really, really beautiful, so I'd love to go there. Croatia, Budapest, oh, Prague. I really want to go Prague. Loads of people have told me that Prague's so nice. I'd love to go there as well. I'd actually really like to go back to Amsterdam, but maybe in the summer when it's a bit warmer, because I went when it was freezing cold, and yeah, didn't enjoy it. Like, I loved it. I loved Amsterdam, but I didn't enjoy the cold. So I'd love to go in the summer months. I'd also really like to go to Iceland. I'd love to do like Miami, LA, Vegas as like a one-off trip. Oh my god, there's so many places I want to go. But yeah, obviously I'm not going to be able to do all of those because, you know, you've got to prioritise things in life, but definitely would love to travel to a few more places this year. So next thing following on to that is obviously getting a house. I don't know if that is going to happen this year, just because now I have gone self-employed. You will know if you are self-employed, getting a mortgage is near enough impossible unless you've got like 3 or 4 years books, I believe it is. So yeah, my only option is to go back into work. Obviously work for like, I think it's maybe 6 months you need to do, 3 to 6 months, and then apply for a mortgage. That's the only way I'm going to be able to do it if I want a mortgage like ASAP. So I don't know, I'm going to keep saving and chucking money away for my deposit for a house, and yeah, just see what goes on. But I do really, really want a house. I really want a house. I really want my own house. I don't want to rent. So although I'd love to get a house this year, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I get asked a lot, like when I want kids and stuff as well. I would love kids within the next couple of years, but again, I need to make sure I'm with the right person first. You know, I'm not someone that's just going to rush into having kids with someone. I need to know that they're the one I want to spend my life with, and preferably before I have kids I want to get engaged and have all that. So yeah, I'd love to get engaged and have kids in the next few years, because I am getting on. Like, I'm 26 this year. Wow, 26, where did that even go? Like, where did that come from? I can't even believe I'm 26 this year. What the hell? 26. I don't know what 26 do I? I don't think I do. So that's all good. But yeah, as I am 26 this year, that means 4 years till I'm 30. God. So yeah, by the time I'm 30, I definitely want engagement, maybe a kid on the way, my own house. That's goals. I feel like another thing that I want to do this year is get more into reading. I never read, and I really want to read some like good motivational books, some good like life books. So I don't know, if anyone's got any recommendations of books to read, then please let me know, because I really want to get back into reading. I enjoy reading. I feel like this year as well, I really just want to grow as a person. I feel that since I came out of like my long relationship, something I never did whilst I was in a relationship was go out the house without makeup on, and I feel like since I left that relationship, that's something that I've really been able to do and work on. Like, I've really been able to work on my self-confidence and accept myself more. So again, that's something that I continually want to work on again this year and grow my confidence in that area. I also would love to do something with maybe like a bullying, you know, program, company, I don't know, campaign. Obviously, you guys know I got really badly bullied at school, so I'd love to do something to help people who are getting bullied like that again. I'd like to be an ambassador or something. I'd love to do that because obviously it's something that I feel so strongly about, so I would love to do that. Another thing that I really want to do this year is take up Spanish lessons. Like, Spanish is that one language that I've always wanted to learn. Always. When I go to Spain, I'm always trying to speak Spanish because, you know, I do a little bit of research and, you know, brushing up on my Spanish before I go. I can speak a little bit, but I really want to learn Spanish this year. So I'm definitely going to get on some night schools and hopefully learn some Spanish, because I've been saying it every year that I want to do it, and I feel like it's now or never. So definitely something I really want to do this year. Another thing I would love to do this year is meet some good friends. Like I said, I have got a couple of really good friends, and, you know, there's a few people that I don't see all the time, but when I do see them, they're amazing. They just obviously have their own lives and stuff. But I would really like to find some really good friends this year and build some really nice friendships. That would be so lovely. So if you want to be my friend, holla. No, not really, but do you know what I mean? No, just really really want to find some nice friends, because there's got to be some nice people out there, hey? I think that's sort of about it. Mainly my goals this year is just to be happy, just to continue growing as a person, just to, you know, focus on my career, build myself, keep saving hard, and yeah, hopefully I'll get to all of those more ender goals that I want, like marriage, like kids, like a house. So yeah, that's really what I'm just going to be focusing long and hard on this year. And also just living life and living each moment, because I feel like I said, life is so short, you don't know what's around the corner. So just don't, honestly guys, don't ever like take life for granted, because it can be gone like that. So yeah, just really want to appreciate and love every moment of my life this year. That's really what my ultimate goal is, and never take anything for granted. So yeah, I think that's my 2018 goals. So I really hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to do sort of a recap of 2017 and just tell you what I'm looking forward to for 2018. So hopefully I've done that. If you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. Remember to hit the subscribe button. My social media links will be in the description bar. If you're not following me on Instagram, go and follow me. Thank you all for watching, guys, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye bye.